When he traps a man on the ropes, one name springs to mind, a fighter shaped in the image of Gennady Golovkin. This youngster is 20 and already a natural finisher. The same forward march, the same icy calm, the same air of doom. But this isn't Golovkin. This is Cayden Griffiths, and he chose that comparison himself at just 11 years old, and this is only the start. He was born in Pennsylvania, but raised in the searing heat of the Coachella Valley Desert, where the predator inside him first awakened. At 7, his mother searched for somewhere to burn off his endless energy, and instead of a soccer club, they wandered into a boxing gym, and there he stayed for 13 years. That random door happened to be the Diaz brothers' gym, where Madrimov and Akhmadaliev trained, both destined to become world champions. As terrible as it sounds, there's something pure about a sport where you can hurt a man and feel no guilt. He was sparring seasoned pros before he could shave, and at amateur events, they completely misjudged him. By 18, he'd claimed everything. Junior Olympic national gold, 5 California state titles, the national silver gloves. No shock there. At 11, he already knew exactly what he'd become. He loved how Triple G sealed off the ring and then dismantled everyone in the corner and became a huge admirer. He didn't chase the belt. Along with a nickname, Triple T, within 3 years he'd be number 1, and by 2024 he'd reach the Olympics. He never made those games, but in June 2024, the very month he'd marked as his own deadline, he stepped into the pro ring. Cayden Griffiths, 4th round. That left hand, his opponent's backed into the corner. Bautista Romero, a Mexican, tough. The kind you can't erase with a single blow. From the opening seconds, Griffiths came out doubling up that left hook. Upstairs, then straight down to the body. Sharp body work from Cayden. He told everyone that morning how excited he was. Off the head, off the head. He also mentioned that Oscar had featured him on Instagram and admitted that felt amazing. The commentators weren't struck by the punch itself. They were struck by his balance. He doesn't lurch forward chasing his own swing. He stayed square, and that's precisely where the power originated. That count, in the closing minute of round 1, a left hook to the liver revealed exactly who the predator was. His balance is flawless, and that's the source of that power. Body shot. Right there into the liver. A left hook to the body sends Romero down in the first. 8, 9. Romero rose at 9 and pressed on, but the predator had already tasted blood. Straight back to that body. Straight back to the liver. This is what I love. He forces nothing. He simply manufactures the offense. And with 10 seconds left in the round, 1, 2, 3 from Griffiths, the Mexican charged into round 2 furious, pressing forward, trying to settle the score, and unknowingly began fighting on Griffiths' terms. The Olympic selection had gone well, and there's a big punch. They'd sparred those big Uzbeks, and the bodywork drops him again. Same spot, same combination, same outcome, only this time Romero stayed down. A second round stoppage. 18 years old, first fight, and the entire room realized it had just witnessed something rare. Every time they crossed paths, there was that look that said, "All right, I've got you, and you've got me. All right." And Cayden Griffiths steps out, 4 months later, in the same building. For 2 rounds, Griffiths simply leaned on him. Bose barely responded, retreating, covering up. That Griffiths' power is frightening. Bose is rocked. His knees give way. He slumped against the ropes. Stop, 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 stop. You okay? All right, show me something, Cayden. The referee is being extremely cautious with that quick glance. I don't know how much longer this can last. Bose, in the third, Griffiths came out to finish it. Left hook, then the right overhand. Bose's knees buckled and he sank into the ropes. Back on his feet. Jump in there. Second fight, second knockout. The very same left hook as his debut. In March 2025, De La Hoya watched him fight and phoned him personally. Fight under the new banner was meant to be at home, but the opponent failed his medicals and a replacement turned up in Cancun. Someone else's country, someone else's card, no broadcast. Ruiz Hernandez arrived at 2-0, and he lasted longer than anyone before him. Griffiths pinned him to the ropes in unloaded combinations. The Mexican answered, absorbed it, escaped, and took more. High up. He survived 4 rounds. In the 5th, his rhythm collapsed. A right overhand finished the job. I think that's honestly one of my favorite fights ever. You rarely get to see many knockouts like that in a career. Gutierrez arrived with 3 wins and 2 losses. That record means nothing here. 4 of his 5 bouts came against unbeaten men, and in his entire career, he'd been stopped just once. Dismantling him piece by piece without wasting a single punch. Bodywork, the kid just turned 19 and people are already posting about him. His hands stay up, but it's technique. If you release the left, you follow with the right. His feet did all the work. A tiny foot feint, in, out. Not speed, patience. That's how men move after 30 fights, not 4. Those body shots are brutal here at ringside. Another sharp body shot from Griffiths. Look at those blows. From the corner came a single word, body. So he loaded up round after round into the same spot, and you could see in Gutierrez's eyes just how badly it hurt. It couldn't hold. In the 4th, a left to the liver dropped his hands. Gutierrez reached one knee and went no further. A man who'd faced unbeaten fighters and had been stopped only once in his whole career, taken out by a kid who'd turned 19 the week before. What a shot from Cayden Griffiths. Lobo Ramirez, a veteran from Costa Rica. Another test. Not a punching bag, but a man who'd seen everything. Out to take his head off from the opening seconds. No feeling out, no probing. He sat down on his punches immediately. The veteran knew the blow was coming. It made no difference. In the 4th, that signature left ended it once more. Lobo rolled across the canvas and spat out his mouthpiece. And there's that body shot. Cayden drops Lobo. 6 fights, 6 knockouts, fighter of the night. On 10 wins, 7 losses, and that record completely lies. He only ever lost to world-class men, and he can crack himself. That's his reputation. Before the fight, Griffiths said he wanted to go the full distance one day against a truly tough opponent, just to prove he could, but not against Espino. In the early rounds, he read him. Jab testing the reaction, probing the power, checking whether there was anything to fear at all. But not the way you'd expect, as this 19-year-old works him over. This is genuinely fascinating. That's something you learn, ooh, nice shots from Espino. And hold on a moment, this Nicaraguan won't go down without a war. Then he stepped off to the side and threw the left hook from that angle. Espino never saw it. It didn't even land cleanly, yet his head snapped back anyway. I was 16 when I climbed in with Terry Norris. Clean left and that's it. Espino down, and there was the left hook I mentioned. He got up. Round after round, Griffiths banked his lead, calm, unhurried, without a single try to finish early. Espino's heart. We've now seen the full depth of his game. That was beautiful. A 1-2 and then a left hook to the beat. The first distance of his career. He got exactly what he'd asked for, from the man he never wanted it from. He left the ring furious. The real reason surfaced later. He'd fallen ill 2 days before the fight and broke his hand during it. Sick, with one working hand, and he didn't surrender a single round. 6 straight knockouts taught him to punch. Espino taught him something different. He'd admitted afterward. For a time, he was convinced that if he landed the right shot, they simply wouldn't rise. All right. Cayden Griffiths. And Munguia wore that. Munguia out of Guadalajara. 8 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw. He started unbeaten, then dropped 2 in a row, and he had a 2-inch height edge over. Griffiths himself was wary before the fight. The guy's big 6 foot. he'll be hard to put away. He put him away in a single round. Straight to the body first. Upstairs and dropped him early. Holy smokes. Plenty of punishment. And down he goes, and it's finished. A first-round KO for Cayden Griffiths. He did his job, and that right there is genuine power. The latest victim, Alan Crisosto, an 18-fight veteran nicknamed Superman. 12 wins, 6 losses, 8 knockouts, 10 rounds with former world champion Roger Gutierrez. Crisosto held his hands high, elbows raised, and from the very first round left his ribs and liver exposed, which is precisely where Griffiths aimed. Right now, long time, you've got Cayden Griffiths in the corner. He said, "Oh, nice counter shot there from Crisosto to catch his opponent off guard." You can tell he's willing to go for it. Crisosto. By the second round, the Mexican was already fatigued, as he confessed afterward. "I've got power. Not merely to display it, Griffiths' focus is on truly punching hard with every shot, wanting fights to go the distance." In the third, 2 blows tore through both sides of his body, and Crisosto dropped to a knee. Good shot. Boy, the Mexican slips in a counter, but still. Yeah, that one is a delayed reaction. I was surprised he got back up, but his corner had already made the decision, and referee Gerard White halted it at 2:49 of the third. That leaves the head open. The arena couldn't grasp what had just happened. Crisosto disagreed, and Griffiths turned to the camera and said, "I told you I'd take care of him quickly." Feeling strong, man. I feel explosive and everything's clicking right now. 9 wins, 8 knockouts, no losses, and no nickname. The kid who called himself Triple T at 11 is now waiting for the fans to invent a name for him. Griffiths doesn't conceal his power. He unleashes it at full force from the very first second. Against a gatekeeper, that worked. Higher up, it might not. He's 20, and when the man across from him refuses to fall, that's when we'll learn the truth. Is this really a new Golovkin, or something entirely his own, and even more dangerous? The next great star of the welterweight division in him? Like, subscribe, and keep your eye on Griffiths.